Yeah, I'm good. I just want, if we can have a little discussion. I just came here. I'm not here.
This is a message to...
These are 9 rules that my wife was given many years ago when she was 17 years old as a new Christian, had a desire to dress appropriately, approached the pastor's wife, said, can you teach me how to dress right? And she gave her these 9 rules. I want to give these to you. And look, you got to write these down. You say, if you're a father or you're a husband, you say, I don't even know how to, what do I say to my daughter? What do I say to my teenage daughter? This is appropriate, this is not. Here's a good place to start. Number 1, here are the nine modesty standards. And I encourage you to write these down and maybe make them your own or modify them in a way. But start somewhere with modesty. Here's the first principle she was given. Your shirt should not go lower than 3 inches below your collarbone. She was told, look, here's a good rule of thumb. Find your collarbone, put 3 inches below it, and don't allow your shirt to go lower than that. And she was told by his pastor's wife, a Christian lady ought not be bringing attention to her chest. And a Christian lady ought not be wearing a low-cut shirt that exposes herself. And she just said, here's a good rule of thumb. You put a shirt on, find your collarbone, put 3 fingers underneath that, and try to make sure your shirts don't go 3 inches below your collarbone. Just a good rule to live by. Here's the second thing that she was told. Your shirt in the back should not go lower than it goes in the front. You say, well, I've got a shirt that comes up to the front and I'm not exposing anything, but then, you know, you're revealing your entire back. That's not modest. Modest means the less skin we see, the better. And I'm not talking about, you know, dressing like a Muslim or something. But I'm saying, look, there's parts of your body that men shouldn't see, that only your husband should see. And I would say that your entire back is part of that.
Yeah, I want women to dress modestly, with decency and propriety, adorning themselves, not with elaborate hairstyles or gold or pearls or expensive clothes. This is 1 Timothy 2:9. Now compare this with Lizzie's stated view, and I apologize for the bad language she uses. She writes, shouldn't women be free to wear whatever they like? Yes, she says. Yes, she says?
No. That's not right at all. And I wanted to clarify that. You can't do what thou wilt. In fact, doing your own thing apart from God is satanic, plain and simple. The spirit of the devil wants to encourage us to do our own thing. It's Aleister Crowley, one of the top Satanist credo, to do your own thing. Do what thou wilt. And that should be nowhere in a Christian's vocabulary. What we should be seeking to do is submit ourselves to God's Word. And let's see what God's Word has to say about this. Alright, so I'm going to be reading from 1 Timothy chapter 2, and we're going to start off in verse 9. In like manner also, that women adore themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array, but which becometh woman professing godliness with good works. We need to align ourselves with the Scriptures. So if the Scriptures clearly say in 1 Timothy chapter 2 that women are to dress modestly, we need to submit ourselves to that. We don't get to do what we want.
She just told her, don't wear spaghetti straps. And I think it's funny because, you know, you preach this today and people are like, I can't believe you're preaching against spaghetti straps. I was a teenager in a public high school and we were told, you know, the girls were told, you're not allowed to come to school in spaghetti straps. Don't wear spaghetti straps. And if you wear tank tops, make sure the straps are thick. Number 4, she was told, wear slips and undershirts underneath your clothing to not show the lining of your undergarments. And people don't have to see the lining of your undergarments. Number 5, your clothes should not be form-fitting. Your skirts or dresses should not hug your body. Listen, ladies, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm trying to be a pastor, and I'm trying to help you. Your skirts should not hug your bottom. Your skirts should just drop. Your skirts should have a flare. Your skirts should be loose. You shouldn't require the jaws of life to try to get into a skirt. And here's the problem. They make these skirts today so tight at the bottom where the opening at the bottom sometimes is even smaller than it is at the waist. And it's meant to make you walk in an immodest way. It's meant to make you walk swaying your hips, and that's not appropriate. That's not modest. That's not how a Christian lady ought to dress. And I know today you'd say, I can't believe you would say that. But there was a day in America where every Christian believed that. Where every Christian would have said, of course that's not modest. Of course it's not modest to just put on clothes that is as tight on your body as possible. She was told a skirt should cover your thigh. She said, the Bible teaches that your thigh is nakedness. And she was told, your skirt should cover your thigh. Don't wear a skirt that doesn't cover your thigh. I mean, I'm not for women wearing pants, and the Bible teaches that, you know, men ought to wear pants and women ought to wear skirts, and I'm not even going to go there. You know, that's a whole other sermon.